Alright.
Welcome back, Trot.
Welcome back. We got Culvers for dinner because we had 3 rice kernels from Qdoba.
Yeah,
It is really good though.
The Qdoba employees were stingy today with their freaking rice. Anyway,
Sunday Spirits got us.
They did. It's
7:30.
But it's okay. We're still doing it on time, which is now 5 weeks in a row. 5 weeks in a row.
Something like that.
Crazy. Yeah. This week, I felt like this week drug on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it wouldn't ever stop, I thought.
Especially from Thursday to Friday. I was like,
Yeah.
I know it's only like
Friday,
really 24 hours.
Well, I know, or like, to think that Thursday was literally only 3 days ago, but...
I feel like we played so long ago.
Like, you're telling me the Shattering game was only 3 days ago?
No.
Anyway. Yeah.
Some crazy RMAC basketball this week.
There was some good basketball this week.
Some good and bad basketball.
Jay and I were talking earlier, I think this was yesterday. We're kind of sad because basketball's like...
We only got a month left, chat.
It's kind of winding down.
Of regular
it
season, we got
so
a month
quick.
left. Because I was literally talking to my parents. I was like, because they wanted to come out to a game, and they were like, probably this weekend.
Yeah, because we only have this weekend and then one more weekend of home games.
I'm like, bro, we got so much, like, longer of season. And they were like, we got this weekend, then you guys are away for 2 weekends, and then we're home for senior night.
One weekend at home.
I was like,
yeah. It's winding down. It's coming quick.
Makes me sad.
I know.
What am I supposed to yap about with you guys?
I know.
Track.
Are we gonna tell them about our spring break plans?
I feel like we should, because nothing's set in stone.
Yeah.
It's changed every time we talk
It
about it.
has changed every time we talked about it.
Maybe, like, the week of spring break.
Yeah. Anyway, chat, be looking forward to an RMAC tournament appearance. Maybe.
Maybe we even pull up to a game this last month. Catch us in Colorado?
I'll be in Denver.
True.
Anyway,
we'll get back on spring break probably in like 10 minutes. So, men's RMAC was kind of all over the board, I felt.
it was a weird week.
It was, yeah. I feel that, I don't know. It was like, everyone was different. Like, I don't know.
And I feel like a lot of teams were hot and cold this week, like went 1-1.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we have Fort Lewis. They made the truck up to like the Denver area. So they played Colorado Mines on Thursday, and they lost 79-82 though. So good game.
Yeah.
Fort Lewis is looking scary. I'm not gonna lie.
They're
I've watched Fort Lewis both this weekend, and they're looking like old Fort Lewis.
Yeah. They're swinging away.
Even like I was watching the Thursday game with some of our boys, and they were like, why are they good? And I was like, I don't know.
I know.
I wish we could have got the dub when they were like in their slump.
Yeah. Kind of starting to shake in our boots with them.
Yeah. Yeah. They're impressive.
Yeah, they've been on a roll.
Mm-hmm.
They've been rolling. So, and they're kind of doing it at the right time.
Yeah, and they beat, we don't have it on here, but they beat MSU Denver.
Yeah.
I was
on
like,
Saturday, which is crazy.
And the Colorado Mines game was like basically tied.
A 3-point game.
But they had to foul. That's
right.
Why
Yeah. Exactly.
But like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Little Fort Lewis. I would have never expected you guys
Who
to
would
be
have thought?
popping off right now.
Especially with like, obviously they lost quite a bit in OB, and like I feel like they just kind of lost a lot to the transfer portal last year. So it's crazy.
Like new coach. Like
yeah, like it's just a lot of change and turnover.
He's gone.
Bummer. All right. Next up, we had Mesa and UCCS. UCCS won that one. It wasn't really a blowout, but 57-71. So I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, when did we play UCCS?
Before Christmas.
Because we won that, right?
Mm-hmm. But now,
because we lost to
UCCS
Mesa,
is above us. Because we lost to Mesa.
so we better beat them in 2 weeks, I guess.
This week.
Oh yeah, they come up here, don't they?
So we have to win that.
Mm-hmm.
Have to win that. Then we had the good old South Dakota Brawl. Black Hill State came out for revenge.
They
were like,
went for blood. They were like, you know what?
mm-hmm. So Black Hills won 44-65.
I know we had a lady from back home tell us they were at the games, and she told us she was like, you would have never thought that our boys lost that game.
Yeah. And I was
But,
like,
you know,
well, they also had a year, like a whole month, 2 months almost of growth.
Yeah, exactly. But she was like, you would have never, like, watching them last night compared to what was that, like a month ago, maybe 6 weeks ago, like completely different narrative, like just a whole different game. So
Yeah, super
I
fun.
think it was good for our kids to get
like,
back into it though.
I don't know if I want to get on this like tangent now or like we'll do it at the very end because we have to talk about the girls too.
Okay, yeah.
No, it was a super good game though. It was Black Hills never let off the pedal. I think they lost to Shadron.
Yeah,
on
I
Thursday.
think that one's done.
Yes, and I heard some of the conversations. I still haven't even told you about the conversation.
No, I haven't.
So I can't sell out the can't sell. Okay. But so I think Black Hills definitely took the Shadron loss very to heart because it was a tight, like pretty tight game the whole time. And then the last like 3 minutes, we just and
lost their brains.
One person said on Friday when I was at the YC, they said when our wheels fall off our bus, they fall off and we are riding into town on the rims with sparks flying the whole fucking way. And I was like, yes, that is
That would be pretty accurate, yeah.
been more true.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, yes, when our wheels fall off, they fall off bad.
Yeah.
And so
I mean, it's all or nothing.
yeah.
Like,
And so it was a very interesting conversation that was had, and I was just like, I agree with that. And it was just an interesting take, I think, because I was like,
very
I agree.
self-reflective.
yeah.
of him,
And
so-
they were like, they still have a chance to make a tournament run
yeah.
if they buy in. And one was like, I don't think they realize how much talent is there. And I was like, I agree with that. I agree with that. They could definitely make a pretty crazy run because they have the talent there.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was just a really interesting conversation. I was like, valid.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. And especially where, like, I'm sure he's, like, also was not one to say, like, everybody except for me. Like, he was like, obviously all of our wheels fall off together, and so that's, like, a thing that they need to work on as a team.
Mm-hmm. And I agree that, like, I think, like, what he's kind of trying to get at is, like, not where just one wheel falls off. Like, when one person gets down, like, the whole team
Everyone just loses it. Yeah.
goes down. One disappointing, though, I think that some of them need to get a little bit more dialed.
Yeah.
Like, don't be doing extracurricular activities on
Oh, absolutely.
game nights.
Absolutely.
Just because it's a later game. Like,
Well, yeah,
you
like,
have all day to sleep.
yeah, no. Like,
No.
you need to be getting up and, like, getting moving.
It's
so,
just, like, super, I don't know.
like,
super
not,
selfish,
like, yeah,
like-
not really, like, professional either. Like, I feel like you're a student athlete. Like, you should be held to a higher standard.
Mm-hmm. And I was like, it's bad when, like, other people are like, let's not do this.
Yeah,
Let's
exactly.
not do this activity.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's just...
When your friends are like, this is a bad idea.
Mm-hmm. And I'm like, it's just kind of sad because I think that if some of the teammates knew, like, that was and they didn't follow through with it, but a thought.
If Coach Thompson knew.
Yeah, Thompson, please never hear this because if you ask me, I could never tell.
Watch us, he's one of our 5 subscribers on YouTube. That would be crazy.
Him and Max sit in the office and watch it.
That's what they do instead of watch film.
Film.
Is watch the Benchwarmer pod.
They're like, let's hear the tea about our boys. Thompson.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Mac.
Don't say
He's
that.
such a
Don't
freaking
speak that into
nerd.
exhaust. Don't speak that to existence.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
However, Mac, she is looking for a roommate.
So that's staying. We're not cutting that out. Alright. So there was that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Coming up this week, we have CSU Pueblo. Comes up here, and
Be good, because I really don't know anything about CSU Pueblo.
I don't either.
Like, I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, no. I don't know. They're just not very like notable. Like they don't have any really good kids, like any notable players or anything.
Yeah.
They don't have like an outstanding record. So it'll be interesting to see what they bring
I
up
would
here.
hope Black Hills can beat them, but I also said that about Shadron, so...
Yeah, we both were off on the Shadron guesses, men and women. That was bad. That was a bad night, guys.
It's okay. It's okay. Colorado Christian and Shadron.
See, I think
that should be a good game.
I think that'll be good, like a very good game. Especially now Shadron is like shown that they can compete with anybody.
Yeah.
They can compete with whoever. Okay, however, my dad personally did not like Shadron's band. I didn't have any comments on Shadron's band, but Shadron's band is a little bit dorky, I guess.
Yeah, Mom, I know you had comments about Shadron's band too.
So, yeah, I don't know. Is Shadron home this week? Do you know?
Don't know. Yes.
Probably.
They are.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Alright, up next we have Regis and Colorado Mesa.
That one's gonna be a fun one.
That would, yeah. Well, and I feel like...
Because I think... Ice cream store's back. Because I think
What is that one?
Mesa is 5th. Because we're 6th. Because of our
Goddamn.
loss to Shadron.
Hey.
We are 6th. Stop. I like my ice cream.
You can't have chocolate.
Mesa is 5th because we lost Mesa. Regis is like 3rd.
Yeah, they're sitting pretty good right now.
So like
That should be a good game.
This should be a good game. I think it'll tell like if Mesa's really what Mesa says. They are.
What they think they are.
Yeah.
Colorado Mines and Westminster. I think Colorado Mines, right?
Yeah.
That shouldn't be a very good
Yeah.
game.
No, it should not be because I think Westminster's like 1-11.
Yeah.
Colorado Mines is like 3-9, 3-10.
Hey,
So
no.
it should not be that crazy a game, but
Yep.
kind of a bottom of the barrel, I guess. Game. Game of the week. I had Fort Lewis and MSU Denver.
What a game. What
like
a
that-
freaking game for Fort Lewis.
Yeah.
Like,
What a weekend for Fort Lewis. Like, Fort
What's
Lewis
the
plays
last-
Mines on Thursday.
what a month for Fort Lewis. Like, they fucking popped off this month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, they win, or they have a close game against Mines. The
And
number
then
one
win
team.
on MS. Yeah.
And then you go down to MSU Denver a day later and win.
With
Like,
them, yeah.
and handed it to them. Like, not even like you hand it to them.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
So that was fun.
My game of the week was going to be. I think I'm gonna do the BH Shadron game. Like, okay, Shadron, show us what you can do. Like,
Yeah.
I know the rankings. I know we're 6th in the rankings, guys. I still think that we're a top 5 team, though. A top 5 competing team. I think that
honestly,
our boys
I
could
think we're
compete with.
higher than a top 5
Exactly. I think that our boys could compete top 3
team.
in the
I
RMAC.
no, I agree. I think they
And so, okay, Shadron,
Yeah.
show us what you can do. Like, damn.
like. I think our boys could easily compete against Mines.
Yeah.
Easily against MSU Denver for sure.
For sure.
I mean,
we
beat
did.
Regis.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
no. So
Yeah.
play of the week.
Player.
I had Kobe Sanders Regis had 28 points, 4 assists against Highlands.
Damn.
So
Period.
Yep.
My player of the week was Biko Johnson. I don't know what his stats were this weekend, but I
I
think
think
he
it was
had.
like 26 points.
I was gonna
against
say he had a big game against freaking
MSU.
MSU Denver. So
Yeah.
he's definitely like he's just such a dominant player, but I also think that he's a leader on his team. Like
Mhm.
you can kind of tell how like the bench is very I feel like respects him kind of, and like his teammates respect him. I think
Yeah.
that he's a good
No,
a
he's,
leader.
yeah. He's fun to watch too. I think.
Predictions. Do you want to pull up the? Do you have one?
Yes. Yes, I do. Let me just Get out of the hot. Alright, Tuesday we got Adams State and Fort Lewis.
Fort Lewis.
Fort Lewis all the way.
All the
100%.
way.
If Fort Lewis has played, like, they have played the last 2 weeks, Adams State is fucked.
Yeah. They're
Sorry,
cooked. They're
but
cooked.
they're cooked. CSU, Black Hill State. Black Hills.
Black Hill State.
Like,
I just
can't go against the boys.
I know, but they just have me so nervous every game because like sometimes they play like they did on Thursday night and you're like want to pull your hair out of your head.
Not even Thursday night. The last 5 minutes of that game.
Yeah.
It's 5 minutes.
Or they play like they did yesterday and you're just like, yeah, this is the best team in the league. There's no in between, and
No.
I just like am shaking in my fucking boots every time they step on the goddamn court because I'm like, are you gonna be a LeBron James? Or are you gonna fucking be a middle school team? What are we gonna be today?
Literally. No one knows.
I get so scared.
Thompson doesn't know either. I don't know. Cinco Miles was like, Thompson, ain't no way he sleeps at night. Like, I
He
was talking to
can't,
him,
brother.
He was like, he doesn't sleep at night. Like, he probably just sits there and is like, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we
just
doing?
paces.
He's like, when he closes his eyes, it's just gotta be like,
No, literally, all he sees is the last 3 minutes of the shot it's taking. It haunts him.
or the South Dakota Mines when we first
When
played
we
them.
lost, yeah.
Or
That was
or when
so
we have a
bad.
15-point lead against Mesa and then we lose. Like,
So basically, when he closes his eyes, he replays
everything.
every game this season, basically.
And he never sleeps. Like, I'm convinced. I agree with Miles. He doesn't
He
sleep.
can't.
He can't. Ain't no way.
No way.
Our boys are, like, they're fun. They're fun, though.
Not only that, but like, also then you've got people like sneaking off to parties the night before games and like typical college boy behavior that he has to sit there and sweat about too.
Little
because
18-year-old boys, because they're
Lord
so young.
knows that the freshmen on our team are a little bit wild sometimes.
Like, even Miles, when they first got here, he was like, Jay, they're goofy. He's like, they're just goofy.
they're
And I was
goofy.
like, what do you mean they're goofy? And now I'm like, oh yeah, I get it.
It
Like,
makes sense now. They're goofy.
like Saturday nights, Thompson's like, dear Lord, please
Please.
do not let them.
Don't get arrested. Just don't get arrested. It's fine.
Just
guys.
don't even go
just
out.
Stay out of
Just-
jail. Like he's got to be praying that every weekend.
Like, he might pay the bars to.
He probably saw the advertisement that the Bee's gonna open the back porch every weekend and like
He was like,
go slap the manager in the face and be like, absolutely not. We're not doing this.
he's like, so no, this will not
So
happen.
I'm gonna have to put a kibosh on.
Oh, there's a party in Rapid. The interstate's closed, guys. The interstate's closed.
Calls up South Dakota Department of Transportation. Close I-90 all
right
the way.
now. Right now.
Poor guy.
No, he can't sleep at night. Like,
He can't.
oh my gosh. I can't sleep at night. Like, after Shaddy, I
It
literally
haunts
just sat
me.
there and I was like,
It haunts me.
literally the boys were like, why are you acting like this was you, man? I was like, cause it is.
I
It's
know.
me. No. So, R.I.P. Thompson. If
R.I.P.
you and Mac do watch this, we're so sorry that you guys can't sleep.
Maybe you should invest in some melatonin.
What's those, like, the fucking calming
Oh,
Xanax or something like that?
so maybe you guys need to just smoke a blunt before you go to bed at night. just take
Thompson's just like sitting outside the YC like,
Do you think he sleeps in the YC?
100%.
Like,
Dude,
I
no,
guarantee you
no,
he
okay.
stayed the night in the YC before.
100%. Thompson is a different breed.
He's a different
Like, you
breed.
want to talk about, let's just go on Thompson's soapbox real quick. You want to talk about, like, dedication to that team? What was it? Maybe it was last year? It was definitely last year, I feel. No, I don't know. One of the years. Either my freshman year or last year. There was, like, this really bad snowstorm. Really bad snowstorm.
Mm-hmm.
And the boys were here before Christmas break. It's really bad snowstorm. And they're like, like, really? We don't even have practice. Like, we're not even going to have practice.
Right.
Thompson never calls off practice. And the boys are like, there's a no travel advisory. We have, like, 3 feet of snow. Like, what? So they, like, Thompson's like, yeah, we're still having practice. So they're like, okay. So they all, like, carpool together because it's so goddamn dangerous to drive right now in these conditions. They go in, and they're like, Thompson, like, how did you get here? Thompson walked.
Bro.
He walked.
He did not.
Yes. They were like, I don't remember who was telling me. There's 3 people that could have told me the story. But they were like, we walked into the gym, and there sat snow boots And Thompson was like, I walked, so you can get here. And the boys were like, because he's like got a little car, so like he wasn't making it. And the boys were like, what? And Mac was like, yeah, he walked. He walked!
Mac probably walked.
He was like, no, Thompson walked in a no-travel blizzard.
Bro.
3 feet of snow. Thompson walks to the YC and is
What
like,
a
boys,
dedicated young
if I'm
man.
here, you're here. We're having practice.
Yeah, real. I
And
mean,
they were like, yes, sir!
we're there. We're good as there.
They were like, the roads were so bad, like,
Yeah.
it was so bad. We're gonna have to blur out his name, but he was telling me, he was like, I like fucking am used to the ocean, and I'm like sitting here, we're like, snow's just like, and he's like, we didn't even know where we were. Like, no, it was so goddamn funny though. He walked.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
What a dedicated man.
I love Thompson.
They're so lucky to have him.
Literally. He's just so funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like when he gets all mad, and he just like
He gets
sits there
all
trying to
red
be
and like, yeah.
I would hate to ref against him though. Because like
yeah,
if
he's...
the ref calls a call that like shouldn't have been called, he like talks him through it.
Yeah.
And
He's like, okay, explain
like you can
this
just
to me.
like puts his arms, and he just talks them through it, and then like they're like, you can see they're
second
like
guessing everything they've ever done in their
whole entire life, like they're second guessing their existence right now.
Yeah.
And
They're
Thompson's
wishing
just
their
like,
mothers hadn't had them.
and Thompson's just like, should you have eaten that burrito last night? Like, no, I love Thompson. Thompson's
So-
so G.
He did make contact. Could you tell me exactly where? Here, let me pretend like I'm shooting, and why don't you demonstrate where
Like
the
he
contact
literally
was?
will though. Like
Yeah.
he like
He's
different.
crazy. He's different.
He doesn't yell at the refs.
What a cool guy.
He just makes
He
them.
has a cordial conversation with them.
Yeah, he's just like
He's
Or
gotta
the-
be.
or
Can
the
you-
hands behind the back.
Yeah. Can you imagine how passive aggressive that conversation is, though?
No, we gotta mic Thompson up somehow. Like
Can we please?
Thompson, can we mic you
Guys.
up for the game?
It would be like.
That'd be deadly.
It
I
would be
want to
deadly.
hear him at
I
halftime.
want to know.
I want to hear him at halftime.
You're such a little.
He wants ice cream.
You don't need ice cream.
Can you imagine him at halftime though?
Do you remember that time you ate ice cream and your belly got so fat? No, I can't. Like halftime of a really close game.
No. Or like after the game when we had a 15-point lead and we lose.
The locker room after that game. Or I guarantee you, the locker room at the freaking at Mines.
Like
I'd be so scared.
just want to experience it. I'm just gonna tape a go.
Better yet, we could just like. Who's someone that doesn't play? We can mic them up.
Come on. Miles would do it.
Miles
would do
100% would do it.
Come on, doesn't like the drama. Miles would do it.
Miles would do it.
Miles would do it. Neil would do it.
Neil. Would
No,
do
Neil would be like, if Thompson found out about this.
it. Neil's already. He feels poor kid. But Neil could just stick it in his little boot and he'd be fine. Like just clip it on the edge of his boot. No one would think about it.
True. All right.
Okay, where were we?
UCCS, South Dakota Mines. UCCS, I would hope.
I think so. Yeah.
New Mexico Highlands, Adams State.
That should be a good game.
Should be a good game.
I'm gonna take Adams State though.
I'm gonna take New Mexico. I don't know why. I just got a sense. MSU, Colorado Mesa.
So MSU, I think, but like Mesa, I don't know either.
I'm gonna go MSU
Yeah.
because it looks bad if Mesa beats them and we didn't beat them. Because we still had the opportunity to beat Mesa.
And MSU.
We don't play MSU again.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
MSU Denver, 100%.
MSU Denver.
We're rooting for them actually.
Colorado Mines, Western Colorado.
Mines.
Definitely gonna be Mines. I'd love to see
Definitely
Western.
gonna be Mines.
I'd
I'd love to see
Western.
Camden pull that one out. Did you see he was on the cover of their game day?
Yes.
I was like, let's go Camden.
I was like, Condor.
Yeah.
No, I want Condor to drop like 40 and beat Mines.
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta have a long conversation with the coach and be like, please.
Bro
play.
really doesn't leave the bench though.
No. It's okay though.
I mean, he
He's
doesn't
got a
need
cool
to.
story though.
Yeah, he does. He has a really cool story. All right, next.
Regis, Westminster. Regis. Now on to Saturday. Fort Lewis, New Mexico Highlands.
Fort Lewis.
Fort Lewis. Regis, Mesa.
That could be good. I'm gonna say Mesa actually.
I'm also going to say Mesa because I don't think that would hurt us.
No.
Because we beat Regis. We have to beat Regis next week though.
Yeah.
We beat Regis once. So then if a shittier team also beats them.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. UCCS, Black Hills State.
Black Hills State.
Singers. MSU Denver, Western Colorado.
MSU Denver.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
Fortunately, yes.
What if Western went to an Onyx?
That'd be crazy.
That would be crazy. Condor.
Condor.
We need you to
Make
save
it
us.
happen.
Save the RMAC.
Somehow you gotta play, buddy. CSU Pueblo, Shady State.
No. Might be a good game actually.
I'm putting CSU.
Yeah, I think so.
Colorado Mines, Westminster. Colorado
Mines.
Mines. Colorado Christian, South Dakota Mines.
Christian?
Christian. I'm not going for Mines.
No. I hate South Dakota.
Right, so some women's RMAC.
Another weird weekend, I thought.
Another,
Like,
yeah.
Just this week felt like
I feel like it was like everyone like the turning point of like who's gonna.
I think everyone's kind of starting to feel like, oh shit, our season's coming.
Yeah, we got
we
4
gotta
weeks
lock
left,
in.
guys.
All right. So last weekend we had Shadron and South Dakota Mines. South Dakota Mines wins by 1, 64-65.
Good game.
That
good
is a good game. Which is crazy to me because we lost to Shadron, but beat South Dakota Mines. So
It's not. It's just,
yeah, literally struck out, but it's fine.
Western Colorado, UCCS. UCCS won 45-54. I don't
Just
think I was
crazy
expecting
because-
that one.
No, because I feel like Western's kind of been on a roll. Their girls team has been
Been
kind of plugging
kicking it in
away.
gear. So I was not expecting that.
Yep.
Autumn's State versus Regis, 77-64. I feel like that was.
That's expected, I think.
Yeah. Can we talk about how good he's been?
He is being a good boy right now.
This is like our best episode.
I know, and we haven't had very many spots to like.
Anyway.
And then we had Fort Lewis, MSU Denver, and Fort Lewis won 77-63.
Yep.
So another, I feel like that was kind of.
Yep.
I didn't.
Black Hills State girls yesterday finally got out of their losing.
I know they were like 4 games in a row or something like that.
Yeah.
I know. I think a girl on the team and I had decided that I think they have to win out after the Shadron game. I'm pretty sure they have to win out to make the tournament. So I don't know. It's just like I think it bums them out because like they were having such a good start to their season.
Yeah, to be undefeated.
Like one of the last 2 teams in the RMAC to be undefeated, and now they're like thinking about not even making the tournament.
Yeah.
Because they have to beat Mesa again. They have to beat Western again.
Which we don't play Western again.
Oh wait, never mind.
So they don't have
Yeah, so
Western.
they can't get above Western. They have to beat Mesa. They have to beat UCCS this weekend. They have to beat. Who else do they have to beat? They have to beat Regis.
Regis, Adams.
Yeah.
New Mexico
They
Highlands.
have a lot of tough teams coming up. Yeah.
But I love it.
Yeah, I mean it's been
It's gonna be a
interesting.
good challenge
It's been
for them.
interesting. So yeah.
So this week games we have CSU Pueblo, Black Hills State. I think that one's gonna be interesting.
I do too. I think that Pueblo is kind of tough, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
They were tough, you know.
Yeah, so I think it'll be good. I think this weekend and next weekend you're going to tell, is this the turning point for our girls, or is this where we
Stop. Yeah.
see you next season? It'll be interesting.
Which is a bummer because of the talented group of seniors we have this year. Like, next year is definitely going to look different for them, and so I think that the seniors have their fingers crossed that this isn't the end for them. So
yeah, and I feel like it's still very early to say
it
the
is.
end, but like
but it's getting there.
it's
So
the end.
yep. All right. We also have Fort Lewis and New Mexico Highlands coming up this week. I think that'll be a good game.
I think so.
I think the New Mexico Highlands has been kind of putting their shit together, and they've put on a pretty decent front the last couple of weeks. So.
Yep. Regis and Colorado Mesa. I think that one's gonna be good. I think Mesa will probably take it, but I think it'll be good.
Yeah. Mesa's just such a force. Like, I cannot with how
And they're on one.
dominant they are. Like, they're so dominant.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
And then we got UCCS versus Black Hills State on Saturday. That one's gonna be a really good game, I think.
Yeah.
Because it was a pretty tough game when we went out to UCCS,
Yes.
if I believe
Yep.
right.
Well, and I think that like they were, I'm not sure where they're ranked right now, but like early in the season that UCCS team was ranked pretty high.
Yeah.
So I think that they definitely have a game ahead of them for sure. So
yeah, definitely gonna be some fun games this weekend. It'll be interesting to see kind of like in these next 4 weeks where the girls go, because I definitely think the men's and the girls team, like, there's no like this is who's for sure in.
Yeah.
This is who's not. Like Colorado, like it's gonna be interesting.
I think it's anyone's game. It's
I
always
agree.
anyone's game. So
my game of the week was UCCS versus Western. I just wasn't really expecting it. Like Western was on such a dominant roll that I wasn't expecting them to lose. I guess.
Yeah. I guess I'll put my game of the week as the Regis New Mexico Highlands game. It was a 4-point game. Regis won. Come on, we can do it. But no, I think that that's a tough game, and like especially where New Mexico Highlands had such a tough start to their season, I think they're starting to like prevail and see some success, so that's good for them.
Yeah, they're fun to watch.
Yep.
My player of the week was Jenna Seibert from Colorado Mines. She had 26 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists against Adams.
Cray. Let's see here. My player of the week is Amaya Moore, Allen Moore, I don't know what order it is, of UCCS. She is, I think, maybe the one that posted the TikTok. I don't remember. But she had 28 points and was 50% from beyond the arc against Colorado Mesa. They did end up losing that game, but she led her team in pretty much every stat. So, yeah.
Very good, very good.
Interesting week for sure.
So now our predictions for the women's. Adams versus Fort Lewis.
Low-key Adams Day.
Yeah, I'm going Adams. CSU Black Hills State. I'm hoping Black Hills State.
I'm also hoping Black Hills State. I hope that the crowd turnout is as good this weekend as it was last weekend, because it was like last night was crazy, and I understand like the rivalry game, but like even for the girls it was really good turnout. So
Colorado Christian Shattern State.
Ooh, I'm gonna take Shattern.
Also want to take Shattern. UCCS South Dakota Mines. UCCS. New Mexico Highlands Adams.
Adams.
MSU Denver Mesa.
Yep.
Colorado Mines Western.
That might be good. I'm gonna take Western, yeah.
Regis Westminster.
Regis.
Yeah. Fort Lewis New Mexico Highlands.
I'm gonna take New Mexico Highlands.
So am I. Regis Mesa. Yeah. I'd love to see Regis do something with it though. UCCS Black Hills State.
Black Hills.
Yeah. MSU Denver Western. CSU Pueblo Shattern.
Pueblo probably. Although, I don't know. I guess
I agree.
it could be that game could go either way.
Either way. Colorado Mines Westminster.
Mines, I think.
Yeah. Colorado Christian South Dakota Mines. Colorado Christian.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be fun. But speaking of like the crowd, this is my soapbox. Okay. So I was thinking about this when I went to the gym today, and then I just started looking at like the photos that our photographers took, which like shout out to Jaden and the Josh Hall. Like their photos are phenomenal. Like so good.
Like they hit every week. Like they don't ever miss with their pictures.
Like they're just so good, and they're just like so like. I know we talked about it like last week with Jack, like him getting to like Jaden does a thing where she signs the glass.
Signing is so good.
And like Cam got it on Saturday. Like it's just super good. But I was like, I might get canceled for saying this. Okay. Last year's friends might come at me, but I'm gonna say it because that's just the mood I have been recently in. There is something so special about this year's Black Hills teams. Like there's just something
different
special about them. And Can we like put like pictures while we're talking?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we need to post a picture of Cam.
Yeah. So good.
So good.
So good.
Okay. And there's just like this picture that we'll post somewhere, you know, around here. This picture. And it's just like, I don't know, I really was like sitting there thinking about it, and I love the photo. Love it. Because of everything it shows. Like, it has like
the rivalry against
the rival, and like, so you have like our outstanding freshman, like going up against a 3, the South Dakota Mines kid, like,
trying to stop him but can't because it's Cam Lowe.
My favorite part about it though is you have our bench, like, and then you look, and the whole background of this photo is Black Hill State fans all the way up the crowd, and I'm like, there's just something special about this team.
Like, the energy in the gym is so unlike anything that, like,
it's just different. Like,
honestly, like, something that I really haven't felt other than, like, maybe pro games.
Like, there was just something different about this weekend that I was like, there's something different about this team. Like, there's something different. And, like, they did, like, a little signing after the game with both the women's and men's team, and like, I feel this is also might get me canceled, but I feel that like the last couple years there's always been like certain players that kids are like,
right,
hello,
yeah,
oh my god,
right.
And during that signing we were like sitting there watching, doing some investigating mission side quests, you know, typical
Phoebe and Jaden
typical
activities.
Saturday night for us. Okay. So they were doing the signing, and like all these little kids were just like,
but
all the way down the line.
Yeah, I was gonna
like,
say not a single player.
Tristan, hey Neil, and like Neil doesn't even like play.
Yeah.
Neil broke his like. It's just something
special
different about this team.
And there's something so special about this community.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of little boys and girls that come out and watch these games. Like, you don't see that at other colleges.
And they're not like running around. Like they're literally sitting in the stands. Like
they love to watch basketball, and I've never been in a
fun.
community like that. Like, it's just different.
Like the little rec teams, like they'll all wear their little shirts and they come and sit at the game, and they're like, oh my god, how are you? Like, it's just so,
it's so good,
so special.
And like one thing that I've also noticed with our players is how willing they are to go interact with the community.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We had an interaction this weekend of like something that like could have been taken out of context, and the kid took it like a champ. Like he was like,
oh my
yes,
god,
of course.
Yes, I've been thinking about this for a couple weeks now.
Who
is that?
They interact with the people and they remember their interactions, and I think that there's something so special about that.
Yeah. And there's just like, I don't know, it's just like, I was like, and there's like pictures of like, I think it's like Jack and BJ, and they're like laughing.
Yes, and
like,
Jack's like laughing so hard.
And like BJ's like holding him like like cracking up, and I'm just like,
they're just. I think that their character shines through, and that's what makes them so lovable.
Yeah, and like what we were talking about like the very beginning, like goofy, like they're just kids.
They're goofy,
just kids,
but they're like.
But like
they're
once
so
like
approachable, like
basketball, it's like basketball, and they're just, I don't know, like I was just really thinking about that today, and
there's
I was
something
like,
different about.
There's something so special. There's just something so special about them, and I really hope they know that, and I hope they know, both of them, boys and girls.
Yeah.
I hope they know how far they can go.
Well, and also like how far they've come.
Yes.
Like, we were, I think, talking about this yesterday. Like, how much improvement over the season. Yeah. Like, you couldn't tell me that the same team that played Augustana the first weekend here is the same team that we watched last night. It's just different.
No, and they're so more mature. Like we always joke around about, like, Cam. We're like, oh, just another night in the office. And
just another night in the office for Mr. Cam.
Cam didn't have that many points. And then you look, he has fucking 22 points. And we're
but
like, that wasn't Cam. Like, it's just crazy.
Yeah, I think it was yesterday that we were like, oh, gosh, I just feel like Cam didn't have a very on game. And then we looked at the stats and he had 21 points. And I was like, all right. Bro really had
he did have a good game.
Bro really had a 20 piece. And we were like,
huh.
We need more from you. Stop. I know I got.
And like, I don't know. it's very interesting.
It's been really fun.
It's super fun to watch them, and I think that they're clicking. Like they're starting to get their click, and like
yeah.
And I know for sure, like our boys team, they've been together since beginning of August because they went to Canada at the beginning of August.
Right.
So like they're just whatever, and they're just I don't
Yeah.
know. But after I was like looking at those pictures, but shout out our photographers because they just capture the emotion of the game so well.
Jaden,
So
is she
well.
a freshman?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think so.
Actually, I don't think so.
She's younger though.
Yeah, I think she might be a sophomore.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think she has pictures of last year's teams.
Yeah.
But no, they do a phenomenal
The
job.
on the run, Josh
Yeah.
Hall, Jaden, like
They're insane.
they're so good, and they just capture the moments. And
Also, shout out to our videography crew, or like whoever films the games to like air it on online. I think it's the best in the RMAC.
Yeah.
They do such a good job. Like my dad was telling me, because he watches all of the games and your parents watch all the games, but like everything is super smooth and we have different camera angles, and I think that like I don't know, I just feel like we're very honestly pretty professional.
Yeah. Compared to someone else.
Other than our freaking board still doesn't work.
But like that's only if you're in the gym.
Yeah.
But like I don't know, and it's just like I think I heard this one in my conversation on Brittany. There was this comment, and these 3 kids were like, we're not a powerhouse. Like without certain players from the past, we're not that team anymore.
Wrong.
And I was like, incorrect.
Wrong.
Incorrect. And
I mean, you're
like,
not that team anymore. You're a different team,
You're a different
but
team?
you're just as competitive.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, our record's not what it was my freshman year. You're right. Correct.
Okay, so you guys made a Final Four run. So like it's gonna be a little different.
It's gonna be a little different. But I'm like, if this team that we have right now, especially our men's team, if they stay, they're gonna be deadly. They're gonna be deadly.
Give it 2 years. Give it 2 years.
Give it next year, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, give them a summer to like.
Absolutely. With the
And I'm like, is there just
give it a couple months, especially for some of those younger kids to get in the weight room a little bit.
Mhm.
I think that that's a big thing right now too. Is just our size.
Yeah. And we're losing John. Like that's a
big loss.
A big loss.
That's a big loss.
And Kaylin.
I'm
like,
hoping that that Thompson is recruiting some bigs.
Yeah. Just
I
so
think
it's
I see
not-
some tall kids on tour sometimes.
Yeah, so do I. I'm like, hey.
Give me that.
But no, there's just I don't know. I've just been thinking about like all day, and then those photos, and I was like, there's something special about this year's team.
It's different.
There's something special about it, and I hope they know that they can go far if they want.
Yeah.
Because
Absolutely.
they're just really fun to watch, and the emotion is just so there. Like,
Yes.
and anyone's the top scorer of the night. Like, it's just something different.
It is. All right. College ball this week was pretty good, honestly.
Like, starting to kind of like also get to the end. Like,
Yeah.
So we had Duke, North Carolina.
I mean, that's
That was
like
a game.
That was a game. That's like one of the biggest rivalries in basketball. Like that's a huge game.
Huge game. And it was in Duke too. North Carolina, I'm sorry, North Carolina's awful this year.
Yeah, they're not good.
They're not that great.
Not good. Hold on, let me pull up this freaking TikTok that I saw. Duke posted it. Was so funny. It was like this kid goes up and he gets swatted, and then like someone else gets a rebound and goes up with it, and they get swatted, and it's literally like 4 or 5 times in a row of them getting swatted. It's so funny. Also, guys, I made a whole collection of saved TikToks called the Benchwarmers because I see them all the time. They just couldn't get anything going.
No. And like, I will say at halftime they were up by like 20. So like, should this score have been 87-70?
No.
But also like, you gotta let off the pedal at some point. But it was super fun. Cooper Flagg had 21 points, 8 rebounds. Another night in the office.
A freaking phenomenal basketball player. He just every single time just impresses me. I just don't.
Yeah.
He's a kid that you don't ever get tired of watching. Like you could just watch him all day.
Yeah, he's super fun.
Yep. St. Mary's and Gonzaga. St. Mary's wins that one 62-58. That was last night, I believe. We were watching it at the restaurant. I don't know a whole lot about St. Mary's. I would assume that that's kind of an upset game. Maybe.
I would also, but
I don't know. Gonzaga isn't as good as they were last year. They're just not.
No.
I only watch Gonzaga to watch EK because he played for Wyoming.
Yep.
But I don't know. They're just not.
Yeah, they're not the powerhouse that they
No.
should. Like they're known.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And then we had the big Kentucky Arkansas. That was a crazy game.
What a game.
Capillary goes back to Kentucky. Number 12, Kentucky.
Yeah.
Unranked Arkansas.
Who were you
Beans.
telling me about freaking going back to?
Oh, so there was this, the breakup
Yeah.
analogy. So there was this reporter when she was talking about the game. And she was like, you know, like, it's going to be intense in the stadium. Like, John Cadbury's back. Like
he's coming.
after a kind
he's
of
back
abrupt
to,
leave.
Yeah.
Like, he's back. And she was like, you know, after a breakup, the worst thing that you can do is pull up into the club with a downgrade. And that's what he's doing.
That's what he did.
And then he wins. He wins in Kentucky, 65-56. In like the game, like I wish I could have went to that game because like
yeah,
but the tickets were like $600. Like, it was
Oh my God.
insane.
that's
Insane.
crazy.
But like of course it was gonna be like Capillary back. But
Right. Yeah.
when Arkansas walked out, John Cadbury walked out and the whole stadium just started booing him.
Goddamn.
And then like they did like their starting lineups and like they were booing their starting lineups and it was just like
Intense. Yeah. What a game.
But yeah.
Yeah. And then we had K-State upset number 3 Iowa State 80-61. That's
There
kind
was
of a blowout.
Yeah.
That's kind of a blowout.
And then like
I feel like K-State sometimes gets like overlooked. Like
I agree.
I think that they're seen so much as a football team,
Mhm.
like football school, that like low-key their basketball team is competitive most years and they don't get any like
Yeah.
hype.
and I feel like that's also the same with the other Kansas. Like
Yeah.
but Kansas also went down to Baylor.
Really?
The Big Bird Kansas lost.
Oh.
Like number 11 or something like that.
That's
Kansas
crazy.
lost to Baylor at
Yeah.
home.
Hmm.
I was like, wow.
Baylor's pretty decent
Yeah.
this year though. So
Mhm. Oklahoma finally
finally pulls one out.
against number
Finally
24 Vanderbilt.
Blows one out. Holy cow.
Yeah. I think they're kind of like, all right, guys.
Yeah.
End of
It's
season's
time.
here.
It's time to lock in now.
Yeah.
Women's basketball, we had number 7 LSU beat number 13 Oklahoma 107-100.
And that
Those
game
are some crazy freaking numbers.
for
First of
a
all,
women's team
Yeah.
is crazy, and that game was insane. So both teams score 100 points.
Mhm.
2 people get ejected.
Yeah.
The coach gets a technical. Like
Freaking like they just couldn't catch a break. Like
Like,
the
it
whole
was
game. Yeah.
insane.
Yep.
Number 12 Kentucky beats number 22 Alabama, 65-56. Should actually look at what these scores were. Kentucky was playing Oklahoma, and they were tied.
Oh dang.
Win.
That's a good game too.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Anyway, while she's finding that, number 2 South Carolina beats Auburn 83-66. I feel like that's pretty on. Or did Auburn win that?
No,
No, I was gonna say surely not.
South Carolina.
It's a pretty on par game. I have kind of liked to see South Carolina struggle a little bit this year. They've
I have
just been
too.
so dominant in the last
Mhm.
like 10 years that I'm like, okay, let's
Yeah.
shut it down. UCLA's been fun to watch.
They have them.
USC went down today.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
At the Caitlin Clark retiring.
Well, okay, yeah. So I thought it was so interesting because today's 2-2.
Mm-hmm.
And so Caitlin Clark and Asia Wilson, actually, they both got their numbers
Mhm.
retired at their alma maters, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. Kentucky won against Oklahoma,
Mm.
95-86. So kind
It's a
of
good game.
fun, close game there.
Yeah. Faux show. And then the looming topic of conversation everyone knows about. The fucking trade.
That,
What the
Fuck.
fuck is that?
like, can we please,
Why would they do that?
like, mid-season too, like,
Yeah, it's crazy.
And it's not like the Mavs were doing bad.
No. I fear now that LA is going to be so dominant. Like, I just don't think that anyone's gonna have a chance, and I'm like,
No. I
I
feel
mean,
like Luka's gonna,
obviously-
like, go out for blood.
yeah.
Like, oh, I get traded?
Yeah,
I get
exactly. And honestly, like, I would take that personally.
traded. Yeah.
I would take that really personally.
Yeah. And I think he's going to.
Yeah, no, it was crazy. I was not, no, I don't think anyone was expecting that one.
Just random.
Like, so out of the blue.
Like, as LA's playing.
Yeah.
Like, literally, they play this day, and then all of a sudden it's like, yeah, this is your last game with us.
Yeah.
Like, you're done.
Insane.
Like, pack your shit.
Bye-bye.
Get out of your
Bye, bitch.
$3 million house.
Yeah.
Like,
just...
insane. That just shows, like, pro sports, I guess.
Yeah. No, I guess, and I also think that has something to, like, I feel like pro sports are so glorified, but also, like, the lack of stability.
Mm-hmm.
In that, like, that's his job. And, like, can you imagine your job just getting, like,
no,
see ya, you're done.
Well,
Randomly one day.
You've built a life.
Yeah.
Like, you've built a life.
A whole, like, freaking house and life in that place.
Yeah. And it's just, like, you're done.
Like, I don't know. I think that it's a very, like, glorified job in America, but I think that it's a very unstable job, and I think that, like, that's kind of part of it that just kind of gets swept under the rug, and you're like, oh,
well, I mean, I think it shows that at any point you could just be canned.
Yeah, like, see ya. Bye. Yeah.
Peace out. Like,
it's crazy. Crazy.
Yeah.
No one saw that one coming.
No, I did not at all.
No.
Like, usually it's, like, the shitty teams, like...
Well, yeah, like, I mean, you can see people moving, like, you see people move around in the middle of the season, but not fucking Luka.
No.
Like, sorry.
And AD, like...
Yeah.
What?
I don't
No, and he, like, the interview was so sad, like,
I know,
him,
well,
like,
and, like,
I'm done with LeBron, and I was like...
Yeah.
No.
Or, like, him, and he was like, I came to this team hoping to bring a cup home someday, and he was like, and it hurts my heart that I'll never get to do that. That was Luka, and I was like,
yeah,
damn.
And, like, does he want to play for
just
LA?
so
Because
sad.
like, it's just like LeBron, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
it's
I don't
just,
think he's gonna get the
I feel
attention
like
he
he gets overshadowed.
Yeah, and I don't think he's gonna get the attention he should. And
it'll definitely be interesting to see how him and LeBron play together, though.
I feel like it's gonna be deadly.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be deadly.
Yep.
But
Yep. I don't know. What a week though for sports.
what a week.
What a week. It lasted forever. This week lasted forever. It was like 55 degrees.
Yeah,
I
went to class in sweatshirts.
It was very warm.
Now it's balls cold.
Yeah, it's supposed to snow like 3 inches tomorrow, maybe more than that.
For like 3 days. High 10.
Yeah. So basically catch us in Arizona for spring break.
Just joking.
Kidding. Maybe. Yeah. I don't know. Bex was such a good boy on the pod today.
He's like, I swapped my mom's ice cream.
Yeah, he's like, I really like their ice cream.
He loves ice cream.
He does.
He also loves the dishwasher.
He's a little bit weird, but we love him.
We love him.
Well, chat.
It's now like 8:30.
Yes, we supposedly have tea to get caught up on tonight, so
Got a lot of tea.
stay updated.
Maybe Jay will be in another mood next week and I'll just spill his tea.
Shoot, maybe. Let's hope so.
It's a good chance. I've kind of been on this roll of like,
Yeah, we've kind of been on a YOLO kick lately. Like,
is it good or is it bad? I don't know.
no one may ever know.
I guess we'll find out when we're either crashing out or getting flamed. What's gonna happen?
We don't know. Well, chat. Catch us on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon Music, anywhere you listen to your podcasts. Instagram, TikTok. Come be our guest. You want to be on the pod.
We know you do.
Yeah.
Till next time, guys.